welcome to Blue Pill Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is Easter Sunday, 2026. Almost wanted to say 2025, I don't know why. Happy Easter, everyone. I hope everyone's enjoying their time with their family, maybe with their kids, opening some Easter baskets, egg hunting, candy, sugar rushes. Today, Sammy gets off a little early today, so I'm off today. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, this kind of bums me out, man. My hours have been cut at work. It's not just me. Everyone's hours are cut right now. Well, everyone who's part-time. So I only got like 3 days next week. I asked my boss, I was like, is there any way I can pick up my hours, like pick up some days off, because that's what I've been doing. And he's like, I'll have to check with you. And Big Boss wasn't there, so I don't know. Maybe I can talk to him tomorrow. It still bums me out, though, dude, because I feel like it's frustrating because when I have the hours, life is great. When I don't have the hours and have less money, shit starts falling apart. So, like, I came home yesterday morning to mow the lawn. Well, Sammy, she tried just seeing if the mower would work, because we gotta mow, man. The grass is, like, super long. And, I was like, okay, I'll mow, and she checked, mower won't start. So we're thinking, okay, the battery's dead. So yesterday morning, when I got off, we took out the battery, took it up to Walmart. Their machines were running slow, so we were up there for like a fucking hour, dude. I don't know what was going on with their machines, because they're like, yeah, normally it reads it in like 5 minutes, you know. It was like, nah, it was taking forever. So the dude runs the machine through it, runs it through the machine, says battery's fine. So I buy a charger, $70. Charge it for 3 or 4 hours. Sammy puts it back on because I was still asleep. I work third shift. I run up to the store, get a gallon of gas, put a gallon of gas in it, check the oil. Oil's good. Click, not starting. I try everything. I'm like, dude, check the grounding. It's screwed on right, you know, the battery connection. I have no fucking clue what it is. So now I gotta wait till Monday, which tomorrow, that's not that big of a deal, but I gotta figure out tomorrow. I gotta get a guy out here to look at our riding mower, which fucking sucks. And it's like, of course this happens, you know. I spend $70 on a battery charger. Now I gotta pay some dude to fucking check out my mower and fix it. And my hours get cut. It never happens, and I don't know, is this just me, but it always seems like it happens whenever you're lacking the finances. And right now, like, knock on wood, I'm doing good financially, but it's the point, like, my hours are getting cut, and everything just starts falling apart. Like, not everything, but you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, great, of course it would happen when my hours are getting cut. Like, can't happen when I'm getting like 40, 50 hours a week, you know. It happens when my hours get cut. But, I don't know, it's just fucking stressful. It's annoying. And I mean, you can't not mow your lawn. Like, we live out in the country in a trailer park, but like, we still live within, we would still get in trouble by like the city or something, you know, if our grass got too long, because it's still like a neighborhood, you know. It's frustrating. But, I'm just, after that, I just was like, I'm going to bed, and I've been sleeping on and off all day, which is nice, you know. I boiled some eggs, so me and Sammy, when she gets off work today, we're gonna paint some eggs, maybe hide them. We do a couple rounds of hiding them and finding them, you know. It's fun. I know we're grown-ass adults, but it's fun to, like, tap into that inner child and just have fun, you know. So we'll do that. She's got an Easter basket. I did buy her, like, a basket and fill it with stuff that I think she would like, you know. like keychains, Pokemon magazine with some cards in it, just little shit like that. But I hope you all have a good Easter. Um, yeah, let's get on with the show though. So this was a little while back, like slower nights on work. I like to pick up newspapers if I see that there's some interesting stuff on the cover. Well, one, there's a new restaurant, Drinklings. And me and Sammy like to try out new restaurants, and this one's a cafe. Um, Maybe we'll do like, cause I've been trying to do more man on the street content, food reviews. Like every now and then I do food reviews and stuff. So I'd like to do more of that type of stuff. So like I know it's blue pill content, but I mean you're listening to blue pill podcast, so I hope you would enjoy that. But this story was interesting. Jesmond firefighters rescue a dog from a cave. And I know it's not really conspiratorial, but I was like, that would be an interesting story to cover. Um, I don't know, it just reminds me of like Lassie or something, but usually it's a boy in a cave and Lassie's rescuing him. But let's get into it. So, Jesmond firefighters rescue dog from a cave. This is in Nicholasville. Crews with the Jesmond County Fire District rescued a dog trapped in a cave Saturday morning after a technical rope operation in a wooded area off Handy's Bend Road. There's the picture of the doggy. Looks like little Shiloh. I don't know if you guys are 90s kids, but I think it was a movie called Shiloh. It was a little dog that looked kind of like that. I don't know what a technical rope operation is. Oh, okay, yeah. So they had to go down into the cave. That's what it means. Yeah, that's the picture there. So it fell down into a cave, it sounds like. Yeah, it says Jesmond County Fire District Officer Chad Greathouse carries a dog to safety after being lowered into a cave off Handy's Bend Road on March 21st. Crews used a rope system to complete the high-angle rescue. So it sounds like it's in the woods. So maybe it's like a popular hiking spot or someone's property, and maybe that's their dog. Because otherwise, dude, that dog could have just been trapped down there like Buffalo Bill's victim and just not being able to get out, dude. Like, according to an incident report, units were dispatched at approximately 10:45 a.m. March 21st to 2500 Handy's Bend Road near the Bluegrass Sportsman League for a report of a dog stuck underground. Responders crews included Rescue 22, Engine 26, and Engine 23. Firefighters located, by the way, too, like here in Kentucky, man, they've got to be bored. Like, I know, like, firefighting is like an exciting job, but I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie though, like living in Nicholasville, I see the fire department quite a bit out and about, like with their sirens on, so it might not be as boring as people would think, because I mean, you kind of get the image of like in a small Kentucky town of them like sitting around, you know, fixing chili or grilling hot dogs, watching TV, you know, very rarely getting a call, you know what I mean? But we are kind of a bigger town. In Kentucky. Firefighters located the cave roughly 100 yards into the woods. So that's pretty, it's not super deep into the woods, but that's decently deep into the woods. Past a campground. So, okay. It's near a campground, so I'm guessing there's a lot of traffic, you know, foot traffic and stuff. Officials described it as a narrow vertical slot cave about 35 feet deep and only a few feet wide at its largest point. So that poor puppy fell 35 feet. Oh, I wonder if it broke anything. That's sad. Using a rope system anchored to nearby trees, one rescuer was lowered vertically into the cave to search for the animal. The dog, later identified as Foxy. We used to have a cat named Foxy. It was a gray cat. She went crazy. Like I literally, like she literally went nuts. We had her like since she was a little kitten. Right after my mom and dad divorced, we lived in this apartment, and my mom was never allowed to have an inside cat. So she was like, "Fuck it." Me and Joe are divorced. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So we got this little gray kitten, and we raised her till we had her for a decent amount of time, and then she just went nuts. Like I don't know what happened to her. Something went wrong with her brain because she went from like a normal fucking cat to just being like super feral, super mean, and we all noticed. We're like, what the fuck is wrong with Foxy, dude? Um, it was the weirdest shit. Foxy was located approximately 35 to 40 feet below the surface in a tight chamber beyond the initial drop. So it was at 35 or 40, now it's 40, which is worse. Sounds like that just makes me nervous that the dog got hurt, you know? Crew said the rescuer was able to make contact quickly and coax the dog closer using voice commands and food. Once within reach, the dog was secured in a canine rescue harness provided by Jessamine County Animal Care and Control. I can't help but laugh of them having to coax the dog. I cannot tell you how many times, like, I've tried to, like, rescue an animal from, like, I don't know, something crazy, you know, like, come here, come here. And they're just like, and like running away and shit. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to help you. Like, or like, because I've had a dog, you know, your dog gets caught in a fence, and you're like, dude, calm down. And they're freaking the fuck out and trying to bite. And it's like, okay, you want me to just leave you here to die? Like, I can't do that. I'll never forget, man. Me and Sammy had to transport. Her uncle died, and we had to go through his house and kind of go through it, and we had to get the dog. He had a Chihuahua. Those things are mean as fuck, dude. So this dude dies, and we're like, well, we gotta get the Chihuahua and bring him to like a humane society or something, because nobody wanted this dog. This dog was mean as fuck. I'm sure he was nice to his owner, Bear, but like, he didn't like any of us, dude. And me and her brother, or no, it was me and her had to like wrangle this dog. I did most of the fucking work, dude. This dog tore me the fuck up. I mean, I was gushing blood. Like, Chihuahuas rip into you, dude. And it was so fucking fast, like a snake or something, man. Like, by the time we got the dog, like, wrangled into the car, like, I was literally dripping blood. Like, it tore me the fuck up, dude. It was brutal. I was like, and then it makes you like hate the dog, but it's like I understand they're like scared and terrified, but it's like, bro, like I'm trying to move you so you're not stuck in an abandoned trailer with no heat, or no, I mean no, not no heat, no air, so it's like 85, 90 degrees in here. Like, you're gonna run out of food. Like, we're trying to save you, and here you are just tearing me up. The operation then shifted to a haul system, allowing crews on the surface to raise both the rescuer and the dog safely out of the cave. Officials said the team navigated minor obstacles, including rock formations and debris near the entrance during the lift. I ain't gonna lie, if I was one of the firefighters, I'd be taking pictures, like sending it to Sammy, like, look what I'm doing today. Take a picture of the dog, take a picture of the cave I'm in. That's kind of exciting, though, man. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love my job, but how cool would it be, like, just to be able to, like, say, like, yeah, I went spelunking today and rescued a dog from a cave, a pulley system, and here's a picture. I don't know how well you can see it, but them outside the cave, standing above it. Says Jessamine County Fire District crews worked to set up a rope system during a rescue of a dog trapped in a cave off Handy's Bend Road on March 21st. Multiple units responded and safely removed the animal. So Foxy appeared to have no injuries, so that's good. I mean, a 35, 40-foot drop. Not gonna lie, dude, I was expecting that little pup to, like, break a paw or a leg, you know what I mean? And was evaluated by animal control before being returned to her owner at the scene. No firefighters were injured during the rescue. The incident was classified as a high-angle rescue and concluded at approximately 1:15. So they got there like 10:45, I think they said. So about 2 hours. 11, 12, 1, no, about 3. According to the report, fire officials noted that the response involved coordinated command, underground search operations, and specialized rope techniques to ensure a safe outcome for both the animal and rescuers. I love paper journalism. I told you guys I used to be a journalist, but like, just the way they make stuff sound so dramatic, it's so awesome. And I ain't gonna lie, like, it's funny, but I would do the exact same thing, you know. Firefighters noted that the response involved coordinated command, underground search operations, and specialized rope techniques to ensure a safe outcome for both the animal and rescuers. But we got a little more time. We'll get into another article. So this is called Drinklings. It's 10th anniversary. It's in Wilmore. Here's a picture of it. Actually, the symbol on top of the roof, or near the roof, above the window, it's a bunny rabbit with a monocle. So it's kind of fitting for today, for Easter. But this is something me and Sammy we'll have to check out. A little caption is Drinklings Coffee, located on Rice Street in Wilmore, is nearing its 10th anniversary as a locally owned business focused on community conversation and craft coffee. Wilmore, Kentucky, as Drinklings Coffee approaches its 10th anniversary. Owners Randy and April Hardman. You know, poor Randy. His last name's Hardman. That had to have sucked growing up, dude. I know, because my name's Abraham, and I got made fun of like crazy for it. Abraham Lincoln. And it's like, oh yeah, I never heard that one before, you know. They once did not expect to reach. Asked what has surprised him most about the journey, Randy Hardman pointed to the business longevity. That we've survived, he said. So many small businesses closed down within the first few years. The Hardman's connection to Wilmore began years before their coffee business opened. Both came to the city for school, and over time the community became home. COVID, man, killed a lot of small businesses, especially around here. It kind of sucks, because we live, like, in near a big city. So, I mean, we see, like, a lot of cool businesses come in, and then we see them go, and then new ones come in. So, we always try to support small mom and pa's rather than corporations, but, I mean, it sucks, because, like, Walmart's not going anywhere. It's like, it reminds me of that Bill Hicks joke that, like, everything's gonna be like a mall world, just malls everywhere. But, like, I don't know, it's sad. I like to go to Ma and Pa's, you know, like, several years ago, last year we went to a coffee shop called Witch's Brew. If you're listening on Spotify, I'll link it below, but go check it out, man. It was pretty cool. It was an occult shop, but also a coffee shop. The coffee was awesome, by the way. And they actually, like, do magic on the coffee. Like, they put spells on your coffee. Like, whatever you need, like success or whatever. And honestly, I felt like it worked pretty good. After many years, we needed to find some stability after some life-changing events. It just kind of became home for us, Hardman said. Neither of us mind the big city, but there was something about keeping the coffee business local, being part of a small town community that appealed to us. I agree, dude. Like, big cities make me nervous. I'm kind of woo woo, and I ain't gonna lie, but like I can feel energies. Like when I'm like in a big city, um, there's like a nervousness and there's a darkness. You can feel it like in bigger cities. In the country, it's just like peaceful. You don't feel that. You step out of the car and it's just like all you hear is like cicadas, and you're just like, you know. We're not meant to live in big cities. I truly don't. I truly believe that we are not meant to live in like Babylons, you know. He said that the appeal is rooted in the relationships built within the town. That's another thing too. Like this can either be a good thing or a bad thing. I do have to say that about small towns. If you're like in a shady ass small town, it sucks. If you're in like a cool small town, it's awesome. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's cool. Um, but shitty small towns, it sucks. Like in this area, everybody knows each other. Like this neighborhood, I should say. This is not a good neighborhood. I mean, there's just shadiness everywhere and all the time. Like everyone around here is fucking trash. It sucks. Um, he said, oh, there's intimacy in this. Let's turn the page. I'm not reading this entire article. That article's huge. In this small town, people come into the shop and make friends or see people they already know, he said. Our goal is community cultivation and fellowship around a beverage. Coffee. The philosophy shaped Drinklings from its earliest days. The business did not begin as a traditional coffee shop. Instead, it started as a small operation out of the Hardman's home where they roasted coffee and sold customer mugs online. So that's kind of cool. Just kind of started as like not really serving it as far as a cafe, but just yeah, in general, out of their small home, just selling coffee. Smelling coffee does smell good. And mugs, you know, that's cool. I dig it. Drinklings was not initially meant to be anything more than a hobby business that brought in some passive income, Hardman said. We've started coffee roasting on a back deck and selling customer mugs online. Turning point came when Wilmore hosted its first Thursday night market. The Hardmans set up a booth, bringing their products into a public setting for the first time. We did just as well in that market as we did at many Lexington events, Hardman said. So we decided that there was a market here that we could tap into. Oh yeah, dude. Like even everyone drinks coffee, man. Well, at least in the States. I mean, overseas, like in England and Ireland and Europe, they're more into like teas and stuff. I don't know. I think France, though, I think they're pretty big into coffee, but around here, like everyone drinks coffee, dude. So it's a good thing to get into. Like as far as like businesses, coffee's a good business to get into because like everyone drinks coffee, man. Um, let's see. Where the fuck did I go? At the time, opening a storefront in Wilmore carried uncertainty. Downtown retail was limited, and the area was not widely viewed as a place for new business ventures. I remember someone on the Lexington subreddit describing Wilmore as the place business go to die. Wow. Hardman said. More accurately, it wasn't a place was where someone was going to start a business. Despite that perception, Drinklings expanded from a mug business into a coffee wholesaler and eventually into a brick and mortar shop in downtown Wilmore. So yeah, me and Sammy, we're going to have to go down there, check it out. From the beginning, the Hardmans were intentional about the type of environment they wanted to create. Hardman said his thinking was influenced by writers J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis and their literary group known as the Inklings, who gathered in an Oxford pub to share ideas and conversation. I have mentioned this group so many times on this channel, so it's kind of funny that they mentioned it. That's awesome. Drinklings, Inklings. They wrote and worked out their literature and ideas in a little Oxford pub called the Eagle and Child, Hardman said. Over beer, these writers worked out their ideas, but they also fellowshipped with one another. That concept became a guiding influence for the shop. Our goal with Drinklings was to relay some of the same atmosphere that shaped the Inklings, he said, fellowship and imagination around quality and enjoyable beverage. So that's pretty cool, and that makes me want to go even more now. Inside the shop, that influence appears in details. Literary quotes, artwork, and curated aesthetic contribute to the space's identity. Hardman said the design connects to the broader idea about what a coffee shop can offer. There is something in the coffee world called third space coffee, which ultimately means a place that is neither work nor home, he said. But I think there is something to be said about fourth space coffee, too. He described that concept as a place where deeper conversations can happen. Sounds cool, more philosophical. We don't really have any prescribed beliefs. We are not a Christian coffee shop, Hardman said. But we do think that quality of the inner life matters immensely, and we need more public spaces in our day and age where that can be worked out. He added that literature, philosophy, and art help shape that environment. I am a Christian myself, but definitely one that lives more by Tolkien's maxim that not all who wander are lost. He said, I think many of the customers are fellow wanderers. The early years of my shop included both. Tolkien was cool as fuck. I'm sorry. I love Tolkien, dude. I've been a Tolkien fan for like years. The early years that shopped included both support and uncertainty. Hardman said that the business had steady customers, but also questions about its long-term viability. In 2019, we did have a strong showing of support, but I think there was a lot of suspicion as to whether we could just be a quick in and out, he said. We were also figuring out who we were and what we were about. About a year after opening, the COVID-19 pandemic forced a major shift. The Hardmans closed their original location and relocated to Rice Street in 2021. I knew it. I knew COVID, man. COVID was so evil. And I'm not talking about the virus, because I don't even know if there was a virus, but the way the world, as far as like the governments reacted to it, I mean, it's all part of the Great Reset. You all know. That's my other podcast, Conspiracy Corner. Go check it out. It's evil, man. We were nervous that moving and going around the corner was going to hinder our visibility, Hardman said. Even though we could throw a stone from our Main Street location and hit it, people were asking, where is Rice Street? And it's like, dude, it's right there. You know? The move ultimately strengthened the business. In fact, we doubled our business, so that's good, he said. At the same time, Drinklings roasting and wholesale operations expanded. I could believe that because during COVID, people can't go to like their local cafes like they want to, you know. Expanded. Businesses that had previously declined to partner with the company began to show interest, while existing partners continued their relationships. All right. So yeah, there's a new place for me and Sammy to check out. Maybe we'll do a review on it. Do some man on the street work. But yeah, I seen that dog article, and I know it's kind of weird and random, but I was like, that would be a fun, entertaining, I should say, not really fun, but entertaining story to cover. Well, it turns out it was fun. The dog was okay. But I will have some more Conspiracy Corner episodes come out, so I hope this didn't turn you off too much. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you donate, I will send you a bookmark and a sticker. Stickers are going, though. Right now, you get both. But yeah. That's about it. I'm off today, so I will see you probably maybe one or two more times today. I'm going to put out several episodes today, if I can. Hope y'all enjoy your Easter. Love y'all. Bye.